We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the double. Going to the rail. Ready.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On second and 11 now. Tua. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. On the move past the 40. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Pickett. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Channing Tindall in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance, because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Tua now on 1st down. Catch made right side by And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Dolphins at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to...
Looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Pickett. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw, Pickett. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Wilson snags it left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A run with Mostert up the middle. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On the defensive end, Cameron Sutton with a tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Back to the running game with Mostert. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On play action, here's Tua. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Harris. And they're back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Off play action. Pickett. That swung out wide to Harris. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had the play diagnosed perfectly there.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Let's go.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Ready?
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. His pass into the hands of Bellinger. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to pass. Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Mostert will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
10 cycles.
Tua going to run the sneak, and they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And this time he breaks the play, and he's in for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To throw again on second down. Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had two nice interceptions a week ago. Now two here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller, because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Ready, ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Mostert. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pickett lost it. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Algier. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tyler Algier with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
On 2nd and 11 now. Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in front.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. On the move to his left. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Pickett back to throw. Right side, Claypool's got it. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Pickett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? It's Pickett on the keeper. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They're going for it. This is Harris. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's got room. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. I'll give them credit winning that 1st snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
On 2nd and 10, Pickett. Quick slant finding Claypool. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Down inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. They'll try and run with Harris. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
them back at the 4. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Pickett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes this 35-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll let it fly for Austin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play. So
back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Pickett. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll throw again with Pickett. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience. Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him. And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Waddle on the jet sweep. Got some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try.
They'll run for it with Algier.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Pickett sets up play action.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. David Onyemata in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off play action. Pickett. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback, and when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go! Ready.
And they take a knee. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Dolphins, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.